इतना सफर है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
Very
Good
inspirational
afternoon.
video. Good afternoon, everyone.
Thank you so much, Amit. Thanks for the compliment. Good afternoon, everyone. We wish everyone a great health. With the great hope that everyone is safe and sound, we welcome each one of you to our webinar series. Franchise India is the brand which was established in 1999, and we are among top 10 franchise consulting companies in India. We have helped thousands of investors in getting advice from us and selection of the brands from our site. We have helped international and national brands in their expansion with our 70 plus offices. And we welcome each one of you to 201st episode of this webinar series. We welcome management team of Franchise India, Mr. Gaurav Maria, along with Sonia Chaudhary ji. They'll be hosting this particular webinar. The brand which we are presenting today is Ava. They are into in-flight travel retail company. They already having present with 75 plus retail outlets in all important cities, in all important airports of Pan India. And we welcome Mr. Amit Chopra, who is the founder and CEO. He established this company in 2009, and his vision is to make company India's #1 in-flight retail organization. Thank you so much, Amit, for sparing time and joining us for this digital representation of your brand. Over to you, Amit.
Thank you very much for your quick introduction to the team. And I believe this is a great opportunity for a company like us to be here hosting our brand and talking about Ava and taking Ava to the next level now. So, should we start with the small PPT here?
Yeah, sure, Amit, and welcome. And you've done a phenomenal category creation, and before you start, even if you can talk about how this idea really came to you, because you're not only pioneer here, but pretty much nobody can, think on what you did in travel retail. So over to you, where the idea really started and how you evolved this into as a company. And we all know you. Anybody who's gone to the airports actually would step out and see only one store, which is there. And most of the time in flight, when you get your meal or something like that, you will get a catalog which would come from Amit's company. So everybody knows the brand. So how's the journey started, Amit, if you can enlighten our audience?
Sure, Gaurav. So first thing is, we are a 11-year-old company, and our journey was very, very organic. And the idea was, born, brought up in a middle-class family. So happened to travel abroad for small vacations with my mom and dad at that point of time, 15, 20 years back. And, whenever as an Indian we used to travel abroad, we used to get these in-flight shopping catalog through Cathay or through other international airlines, duty-free shopping catalogs, which are purely curated by liquor, chocolates, some jewelry, etc. So we thought that why don't we create this business in domestic skies, and because millions of Indians are traveling within the domestic skies, and why don't we make them do the same business, not in duty free, but duty paid business, and make it more deal centric, because as we all Indian love deals, and there is always a stickiness when it comes to deals. So, and there is a culture in, of Indians when we are traveling within domestic skies, either for business or for leisure, or, attending family members, there is always a last minute gifting which comes. And this is exactly happened with me as well. So I was traveling in one of the flight, and it was my wife's birthday, and I was actually, back to back busy that point of time. I was flying to Delhi from Bombay, one of my business trip. And then, believe you me, I looked left, right, and center, and there was no opportunity for me to buy something, small or big. But then we thought, why don't we do something, in Indian skies? And I believe we were lucky at the right time. We started our first alliance with Air Deccan, Air Sahara, Jet Airways, Air India, SpiceJet, and now we are with Indigo over 2 years now. So we have market share of 75% today with these carriers. So when we say 75%, which means anyone who would travel within domestic skies, 75% out of 10 to scale 7.5 airline passenger would pass through our tunnel, pass through our marketing. You just cannot ignore us. We are just there on your seat pocket. We are just there on your meal tray setups. There are announcements with this regard. So it's a small niche we have created over a decade now. And as you also pinpointed, Gaurav, that we are at the arrivals while you are, passing through the terminal from the arrival. Normally the brands are there at the departure side, but strategically we are there at arrival side, because the real estate is at much lesser value as far as departure and arrival prices are concerned. And so so far so good. Journey is very interesting.
Very important. And domestic is even better. I on a lighter note, when you travel international, men would indulge into drinking and women would go into shopping. And in India, because you don't have any drink in the flight, so you both are shopping. So so that's good. So over to you for your PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, sure. So I hope this screen is visible to everyone here.
Absolutely, yeah.
So AVA stands for 3 strong letters where we believe the business can make or break. So A stands for accountability, V stands for vision, and A stands for action. So these 3 ethos we have within AVA, and we would love to carry this with our franchisee partners here on. So as I was just mentioning, that we are there at the arrival. So we are there at mostly all the tier 1, tier 2 cities at the airports today. And you see us typically when you're flying with our partner airlines, which is SpiceJet, Indigo, Air India. And, so I'll show you some of the catalogs as well. The advantage of our business is, you don't have to look. We are not on a high street. I mean, the airport behaves very different when it comes to high street or shops at the malls, because the footfall is there, the passenger is happy, while anyone, you would see when you me are traveling, we are in extravaganza mood. We love to explore, we love to take deals, we love to consume something either on the F&B side or on the retail side. So business opportunity in terms of footfalls, it does not matter it's Diwali or doesn't matter it's Saturday or Sunday. I mean, all days, depending on the airport, the footfalls are very promising, very, very promising. So currently we are there at 32 airports. Sorry, 1 second. So we create certain niche products at a last minute purchase, your iPhone chargers, your Android chargers, power banks, wires, luggage, very impulsive products with us are toys, fastest selling categories we have. Then we have women jewelry, gift sets, and a lot of last minute deals, which we provide to airline travelers through our exclusive catalogs, which we will run shortly. So some of the glimpse of our products. We also have in-house private labels by the name of Herman Hansen, Hot Tech. So I must say, as Indian, you must be seeing Potronics, Pebble, Swiss Military, and various other private brands. They all actually born out of AVA, and millions of people who are flying in and out within India, within domestic skies. So there is a constant recall value for all these brands who are there with us over a decade now. So as I mentioned to you that we hold 75% of the domestic skies through our exclusive in-flight shopping alliances with these airlines. So the merchandising rights are purely with us, and we have a track record of back-to-back agreements with these airlines over 11 years now. And I must say this, that we are the only player, recognized player in this domain so far. So a few of our board members, Vaibhav Singh, he's worked his life in private equity. He was ex-McKinsey, KPMG. He's on board with AVA. Shivani looks after merchandising and other important role in the organization. Currently, from the airports, I have already mentioned that we are operating Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 cities. We are also present at Delhi Metro. We have 35 shops at Delhi. Good lines, yellow lines, red lines, pink lines, magenta lines, and currently we are selling F&B from these exclusive outlets. We have recently done 5 trains. We have taken a contract for 7 years where we are selling physical merchandising on Shatabdis. As the railways is expanding big time, so we would also like to explore merchandising business in railways as well. And the opportunity is great. We are getting great response from travelers who are traveling by Shatabdi. So currently we are operating live at 30 airports in the country. We are also available online through our portal. We have a dedicated call center, and we are also trying to promote local in terms of being there at Tier 2, Tier 3 cities. So where Amazon deliveries may take, Northeast even today typically takes 4 to 5 days. But since we are there at Silchar, we are there at Aizawl, we are there at Dibrugarh, so maybe one day delivery can be planned. So we are also trying to optimize our airport presence along with the local app. That's what we intend to do. So these are some of the Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 cities where currently we are present at the airports. So we are there at all these airports, and some of the airports you would only see us, like Ahmedabad, you would only see us, at the arrival. There are no other options when it comes to merchandising or the last minute gifting. So Goa, currently, we are there. We have a beautiful store there. Ranchi, Aizawl, Bhubaneswar, some of the stores which are mentioned on the screen. So this goes without saying that since we deal with most of the airports in the country, so our company's infrastructure, background check, all those compliances are in place. So the franchisees, whoever will come on board, this is mandate for them also to go through a compliance in terms of the security background checks, which we will take care of it. We have a compliance team who take care of these, compliances. Some of the snapshots of our recent catalogs. This is a Christmas catalog of SpiceJet, which we produce, and each and every guest coming or traveling with SpiceJet or Indigo, they happen to see these catalogs while they are just on their seats. And this is the time we get them bombarded with our marketing. This is the time we entice them with the deal. This is the time we catch their attention, undivided attention. I must emphasize on this. And this is the time they see, oh, let me buy this. I'm landing and I'm going to my friend's place, or because everyone is traveling for some reason. So we play very niche and play a role here where we align someone with the deal. And I must also emphasize here that out of 10 footfalls, 8 buys from us, they transact from us. So we don't have window shoppers coming to our, we have a serious buyers coming to our, because we are at the arrival, we are not at departure. So someone is not doing time pass with us. So if someone is coming to our shop and we have good footfalls, at our shops. Few of our partners with whom we work with, including some e-commerce companies today, and there's a great traction there. And as I mentioned to you, that Amazon or Snapdeal or Paytm or Flipkart, even the marketplace, these companies at Northeast or at Tier 2, Tier 3 cities, even today, they take 3 to 4 days time to get their parcel delivered. But when it comes to our existing shop can be optimized for local. So we have a hyperlocal app. So not only the franchisee will take care of the passengers being there at the airport, but he can also serve to the city where that airport belongs to. So this also hyperlocal will play a huge role in terms of revenue streams. So our model is very simple. We do onboard exclusive announcements through our partner airlines. We distribute exclusive catalogs to each and every guest. Seat pockets, catalogs are also there in the seat pockets. And I'll show you some of the catalogs. And then when the passenger lands, and obviously he lands at the arrival hall, we are there at a permanent places just opposite the baggage belts areas. You see us, and that is a time passenger transact through us. So these are the, can you see this catalog is visible to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the Crispis catalog. This is the typical catalog looks like. Because this is very important element, because this drives sales. So some of the private labels like Rohit Bal, this is original oud, manufactured in Switzerland for 100 ml, and we've been selling this at 1,300 rupees with marked on margin of 50%. So highly impulsive, and believe you me, amazing gift and a higher perceived value. Some women, some unisex, some only for men. These are typical gift sets we have. This is in the range of 1,500 rupees. Beautiful watch case, metal watch case, 100% brass, 100% anti-erosion, 100% water resistant, comes with 1-year warranty for 1,500 rupees, highly impulsive products. If I have to share some numbers, I mean, we sell 5,000 gift sets of these typical ladies watches. So the numbers are really crazy. Some of the shades, they do very, very well with us when it comes to, Goa holiday destinations. Some of the gift sets, these also come in the range of 1,500 to 1,700 rupees. They all are backed with warranties, all are backed with service centers. Power banks are very famous with us. We sell more than 10,000 power banks a month for one model. These are earpods.
We're not seeing this moving. Your slides are not moving. They're not corresponding to what you're talking.
Oh, is it?
Yes, we can't see anything beyond the last slide was gratification system of in-flight shopping. That's the only side we can see.
Where you giving the catalog? So I thought that you were talking about that catalog.
No. Can you see it now?
No, I think you need to remove this one slide
Relaunch that.
and then upload the other one.
Allow me 1 second, please. Is it visible now? Is it visible?
You need to open it up. Open it up. We can see your this. You need to, yeah.
Is it visible now?
No, you need to click that.
No,
maybe
I did.
open
I
it up
did.
first.
I did. 1 second. Still not visible?
No, I think you need to first open it up and then upload, because
Amit, we can only see your desktop.
Okay.
You want me to share your PPT?
So you need to stop sharing, and then
Yeah.
once you
Yeah, that's what it did.
click on share screen and then select the PDF.
I think now it's visible. Is it visible now?
yeah, now it's visible. You
Yeah.
can.
Okay, sorry for this. So this is the latest catalog I was referring to. Can you see the page 2?
Yeah, free pass,
Okay.
gift pass. That's right.
Sure.
This is Rohit Bal's licensing
Correct,
program.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct. So this is I was talking about. So we have a curation of hand-picked products. So the fragrance is made in Switzerland, stain-free, unisex for men and exclusively for women, only for 1,500 rupees, with the markdown margins of 50%. And highest selling category of perfumes, sell more than 4,000 bottles a month. So that's the churn is. Power banks are very, very famous for us because normally whenever we are traveling, departure minus 3 hours, we are there at the airport, 4 hours sometime. When you leave your journey from home to airport and then to the flight, you are consuming most of the battery life. So people don't realize, I mean, the passengers don't realize that they will be shortly out of battery. So buying power bank at the last minute is very, very important. And that's how we sell more than 10,000 power banks per SKU per month. So the numbers are really great. Some of the gift sets, copper bottles, smartwatch, luggage. Then we have some outdoor speakers, then some cables. This is the typical merchandise, what we promote and what we sell through our exclusive partners such as Indigo, SpiceJet. So someone is landing there, would like to give a liquor bottle to someone, maybe a wine bottle to someone. So this is a great way of carrying it and giving it to someone. So these are last minute, toys, last minute deals, what we do. So I'll share also. Yeah. I hope this Indigo catalog has been seen now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So this is the Indigo catalog. I'm sure a lot of franchisees, investors, and the visitors on this webinar they may have seen this Hello 6E magazine, which is typically there in the seat pocket of every flight of Indigo, which means 1,500 daily flights, which means typically we are talking about 200,000 airline traveler of Indigo every day. They would see these catalogs, these magazines. Typically, there are merchandise, as you can see here, from bag scales, to the earpods, to the woman-centric gift sets, very impulsive, and something for the kids to learn, to get educated upon. Then some selfie sticks are very, very popular with us. The luggage is very popular with us. So neck pillows, we sell more than 5,000 neck pillows a month. So coming back to, it was very important for me to share this. Yeah. So are we back to PPT now? Can you see the PPT?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, fair enough. So idea is, while someone is on board, there we come a big role on the decision making, on the last minute purchase decision making, deal centric, throwing deals, on a face of it, and then when someone lands, as I mentioned, out of 10, 8 consume it with us. So that's what we do. So coming back to the numbers, I'm happy to report, and these are all DGCA validated numbers, which talks about the inside of the industry, that Indian aviation growth 2020-2019 is 1.7 billion worth transactions have taken place through these airports, and it's growing year on year. So the numbers are mind-boggling. These are all DGCA validated numbers. Then let's talk about some statistics on the Indian airport passenger traffic. Let's see, 2019, which is 317 million passengers have flown out of Indian airports, and they are growing at the rate of 15 to 20%, 12% on year-on-year basis. So what are we looking at, and why we are looking at, franchisees now? So, so far so good. We are looking for local partners, local business associates to join our family, because we believe someone who belongs to that city, who is an entrepreneur looking for a new opportunity and looking for a niche business, this is the great place, because the passengers who are landing, they're landing for a reason, and there's an opportunity there, and there's an exclusive store. There is no competition at the arrival. And I think it's a great opportunity to work with someone local who understands the local market, who understands the local airport, and take the business forward. So what is going to be take care of AVA? So we work with the SAP intelligence system. Our inventories are real-time integrated. So each and every sale has been recorded. It has a backward back-to-back track through our dedicated MIS team, warehouse, logistics, everything is auto lined up, auto planned. Detailed micro MIS has been provided on day-to-day basis, on fortnightly basis, which has a key role in our business and in success. So the setup costs, some of the stores which are existing, run successfully by AVA, we'll pass on those stores to franchisees. Some of the airports where we already have won the tenders for 3 to 5 years, there the franchisee may have to invest as far as investing the shops are concerned. Staff training will be provided by our dedicated trainers on board. Product supply management, product trainings every fortnightly will be provided by our merchandising team. Complete software, as I mentioned to you, each and every sale which has been recorded, and this is very important to know that every sale has been recorded through boarding pass of a passenger. So even our airlines partners, they are also on a revenue sharing beside the minimum guarantees from us. So each and every revenue is been recorded on the real-time basis. So our systems, our servers are integrated with these airlines. So it's very important for us to make sure that we are recording each and every sale through proper POS system, and they're being well recorded. So we have a detailed operation manual which we will provide at the stage 2. VM, we have a dedicated VM team who does on regularly basis interact with the franchisees through CCTVs, through dedicated webinars, and every month we change the look and feel about our windows. And and the most important part here is, which I must say, that normally in a brick and mortar business model, no company promises footfall, but AVA is promising footfalls through our exclusive agreements, exclusive tie-up with these airlines. Those catalog which I have just shared with you, those are the catalogs which drives the sales. Those are the catalog which drives the promising numbers at the arrivals. So currently we are operating from Chennai, Kolkata, Ahmedabad. These are the stores. If someone wants to come as a local franchisee, these are already stores which are existing. The numbers which are mentioned here, not mentioned, but the sales number which we'll talk about in phase 2, those are the numbers which the company is already clocking revenue. So day 1, you get the revenue numbers with you, and those are validated numbers. So we believe that if we've been managing those numbers, let's say 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh sales on daily basis of Kolkata, and if some local person comes with a better control, so I'm sure with the more hands-on the business will grow up day 1 by 25 to 30% minimum. That's what we believe in. And this inspired us to look for the opportunities and joining more hands when it comes to more partners on board. So some of the other airports are like Pune, Guwahati, Lucknow, Nagpur, Varanasi. And I must, talk about a little insight about, so flights typically landing Delhi, Bombay are more business centric, more business traveler. They may come, on the run. But people landing in Nagpur, Varanasi, typically tier 2 cities, they do have time to spend. They really spend, their per arrival number is mind-boggling. I mean, you'll be really surprised. People have time, cops are not bothering someone, who has come to pick the per passenger there. So there's a lot of time there. So they shop at ease, and average spend value is much higher as compared to tier 1 when we talk about tier 2, tier 3. So the ROI is very beautiful when it comes to tier 2, tier 3 cities. So, yeah. Back
Thank
to
you,
Gaurav.
Yeah, thank you. So we'll now start taking some questions, and I think very beautifully explained and a lot of work. And I should congratulate you that you not only built the category but understood the Indian market. Because when I used to see earlier your business versus what we see oversight, I think that some part of the business would have overlap, but you also understood the Indian customer, and especially the what I call the emerging customer. When you go to these smaller cities, the kind of product they want, the kind of price they want, the kind of structure they want is very different sometimes to what you see other parts of travel retail. And travel retail is a very, very large industry, and predominantly very few people actually have understood how to really do that. So how complex was for you to really crack, because you're on one side handling government in some sense, you're not working with the airport authority. On one side, you were doing with the private operators who also wanted the larger share because they understand that you're using their real estate to maximize that. What was your competitive advantage, so to say, to really convince these people? And I know all of them started at one point in time their own initiative in doing it, and then they started transferring it to you because they were not able to manage it well or became a cost side to them. And the real first airline which really brought was Sahara, which started doing it. And it became, actually Sahara's highlight was that people used to have fun going into Sahara just purely because there was stickiness of winning this a lot of things. And then they used to have this whole contest on the airline, and where bidding used to happen, and you will get something which was worth 3,000 rupees, and you will end up getting at a 500 rupees or 600 rupees in that. And I think that was your also start point. So how do you really one able to really deal with these two separate groups, and how strong your relationships are?
I think it's a great question, Gaurav. So first thing to answer, let me address this in three part. One is so when we started this journey, before Sahara or while with Sahara, so that was the time we used to manage this initiative, and we were a back-end player. So this is the expertise we gained over years with Sahara, and that program used to call Bid and Win was very popular initiative. And though that was used to be run on board partially in hybrid model, some of the airports used to have small shops, and then most of the merchandise was being sold on board, typically. But the challenge, and also you also mentioned that some of the airlines which I mentioned, Indigo Airline or a SpiceJet for that matter, they used to run their own merchandise business. Why would they would like to have a third party in the whole business ecosystem when they can manage this P&L by themselves? So I think it's a great question to ask. So to answer this, the concern here is, we are there at domestic skies. So when we talk about India, pan India, at a broad level, we talk about typically flights from 30 minutes to 90 minutes. So the time is the biggest challenge and the constraint the cabin crew or the onboard protocol do have in place. So they have other important services to take care in terms of safety comes the first. Second thing is the food and services. And by the time they want to do merchandising business, rolling out the carts, they all have failed, including us. When we started we used to sell merchandising on board. And we do realize this, that through our MIS, that only 90 minutes and above, there was a great traction. But 90 minutes and less, the cabin crew was not even opening the cart. They were not opening the gift boxes. And then we realized that, boss, this is not going to work. And then we created small shops at the airports. We took participation in the tenders. We went to all these airport authority owned airports. And then also we went to private airports. And I think it was a great timing because all the airports, tier 1, tier 2 cities was transforming from airport authority to private airports. And they also realized that, there is an opportunity at the arrival side, because typically there are no much takers at the arrival concourse as compared to the departures, because brands are queuing up for departures. But our business model was very different, and so far so good. We have successfully been growing year on year, and we have seen a growth rate in this. So we are there at the arrival now. So we don't do onboard merchandising at all, and we are there at most of all the airports. In fact, we've been called by UAE airports. We've been called by Thailand and other part of the world also. But currently, we are focusing on domestic growth, and that's what we would like to grow upon.
Very important. So now I'll take another question, which is the target group. So how do you really balance your merchandising? Because what would sell in South would be different, maybe sometimes outside the travel accessories. I think a lot of merchandising mix would change, and you have a very small real estate to store. So you cannot have too much of quantities being stored. So how do you really bring predictability in terms of doing that? Is there a big analytics which you have to understand what would sell where, and so that their merchandise is not becoming a dead stock?
So we have a hybrid system to follow. Since these catalogs, which I have just shared with you and with the visitors here on this webinar, so typically we have 30 to 50 SKUs in those catalogs, which are monthly rotation catalogs. So that's one set of the merchandise, which is pan India, including South, including Northeast, including West, and down North. But the other thing is, the most important role is the retail business at the airport. Since we already have shop and we know there is a definitely footfall coming to our shop, so then there are a lot of local element being added, and in terms of add-ons, more merchandise, like maybe a copper bottle like this sells more at tier 2, tier 3 cities as compared to tier 1 cities. So a lot of local products we promote, a lot of mix and match we do through our retail MIS. As I mentioned to you, that we completely run on software. So we have a detailed analysis on fortnight basis, what is selling where, and that's what the merchandise team takes the heads up from, and they plan their merchandising on quarterly basis.
Excellent. So now the opportunity we are offering are two aspects. One is obviously build, operate, transfer, which means that the current centers which are already running, we're transferring to potential franchisees. We'll get into a detail of that, which locations, which places we want to do that. And also there is an upcoming locations which are coming in, which are also on availability. So let's start with both of them. And if you want to really give some in-depth insight on which are the stores you are happy to give in which cities, like we are getting some inquiries for Vijayawada Airport. One of our consultant Krishnaji is asking, and also some other airports which you feel that. And we've been discussing that. I mean, we have multiple rounds, and I've been actually telling you, because your growth is so phenomenal. If you bring in a local partner, it will help you. And you were not so earlier certain and not willing because of the airport being sensitivity of security and a lot of other things. So you wanted to control directly, but now you open up to give it nothing. So which are the immediate opportunities which you would like to discuss, and some of the upcoming next quarter new locations which you would like to discuss it out?
Yeah, so I would like to address this. Typically, I'll be very frank and very candid about it, that business is not an issue with us. I mean, top line is not an issue. I mean, normally brands, they are, they have a standard vanilla model either on high street or on malls, where the whole week has been looked upon on weekends, or general sentiments of the markets. But when it comes to airports, it behaves very differently. The challenges what we face is, since we are being controlled and managed by our headquarters, we obviously have a hierarchy in terms of regional managers. But then end of the day, if someone is working at Guwahati, it's a manager who's working at a pay scale of 25,000 rupee. I mean, the mindset is very limited. So there we want our entrepreneur who runs this shop as a pop and mom store. That's it. The business is there already. The numbers are already there. We'll give CA certified numbers that Guwahati Airport has been already doing revenue or clocking revenue of 65,000 a day. So someone comes there, I can give this and guarantee the business will definitely go upwards. There is no way the business will grow down. So this is a great promising, the promise which is coming from our desk. Number one. Number two, so some of the lists which we have already mentioned on this webinar, where we are already successfully running our stores, those existing stores can be given to the franchisees. And some stores where we are coming up, like Vijayawada, you pinpointed. I must tell you, Gaurav, that we have recently won this tender of Vijayawada for next 3 years. So Vijayawada, Calicut, and other places in South, typically we are coming up. So we can work on the clusters, we can work on the individual airports where the investors are interested. Subject to those are local vendors, local partners, and they can join our family.
Excellent. So there is a lot of predictability because the business has already been established, and some of the airports you have already got great locations which are available. So please go on a Q&A box, ask about your city, because we can take an approval that that city is available or not available on that Q&A box. And also some of the new cities are coming in, which are largely in South also. So South has been and a good market, very strong predictability, and busy airports, number of flights, if you really see to places like Vijayawada and places like that, is continue to grow. And with this new policy, aviation policy, I think the airport penetration, India is one of the largest, actually third largest travel retail market in the world. And because of our airport penetration, we are after US, China, and India is third in terms of number of airports. So we have a huge opportunity coming through. Are you also open, Amit, for the railways? Because that, to me, in the opportunity which you are talking about in Shatabdis and likes of them, would you also look at a fulfillment partners who would come there? Because that business to me also looks extremely interesting.
Gaurav, absolutely, absolutely. But not right now, because currently we have just started this experiencing on our own, and we are currently facing some issues with the railways employees there typically. So we would like to set the par for the course, and then we would like to invite our investors, because we are very, very conscious about, investing, someone investing on our brand name. It's more than money. It's a brand for the stake. We have to we believe that we need to prove ourselves first to give this to franchisee. So it's very important for us. So that's why it took us more than 10 years now to come on your platform and to invite franchisees, because today 2020 we are very sure that someone will definitely lead to a success here, because we have crossed over those challenges. We have crossed over that journey of every typical business would face, either in a niche or no niche. Every business has challenges and nitty-gritties. So I must say, with God grace, that we have passed over most of the challenges and successfully running this enterprise.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I think it's a good thing. Obviously you're a seasoned business owner now, and you really first stabilize and then really start inviting partners, and these are long-term contracts which you have. Now let's go to one more question I would like to take and then pass it on to Sonia. Let's talk about the merchandising. Merchandising, and I've seen you work with brands and you work with private labels, you have your own label. And what is a long-term strategy for you? How do you really continue to evolve and excite the catalog? And what is the change cycle? How many products you bring in new? What is the strategy on that? And also licensing is becoming a very big thing. So are you also looking to bring more licensing brands under the category and so forth? And what is an aftermarket situation, which means that people buy these chargers? How many people would need an aftermarket service for some of the products, especially the electronics part of it, or anything which needs to be changed or exchanged? And because you are an airport store, so you cannot go to airport. How does that work? What is the warranties and this piece? Yeah.
So, since we work with Indigo Airlines, SpiceJet Airlines, these airlines are obviously not going to let their name spoil because of AVA being a merchandising, a small ancillary revenue which comes to them from this whole business. I mean, these companies, we're talking about billions of turnover, on yearly basis. So there is a back-to-back contract and very tight, watertight agreements when it comes to after-sale services. After-sale services are very key important, and we take proud to tell you this, and to the board here and the visitors who are visiting the webinar, that our complaint ratios per product is less than 1% what we sell. And that 1%, 80% is towards electronics. Other than that, everything has been back-to-back supported by our brands like Swiss Military, Pebble, Zebronics, Potronics. All these brands have their dedicated service centers spreaded, zone-wise. Like for South, they are in Chennai. For East, they are in Kolkata and also Guwahati, by the way. So we have a no question asked also if the merchandise has been sold, and if it's been reported complaint within 48 hours of the sale, we ship the new product and we call the old product back on our own cost. So these are the processes we follow. And as I mentioned, we were never following this day one. So over a period of time, I mean, we have come over these challenges, and we've been doing it great. We have a dedicated call center. And coming back to licensing, coming back to new innovation products. So I must tell you this, Gaurav, that this is where the brand sees a great value in it. Like for an example, while I'm talking to you, yesterday we had a webinar with Hamleys. They wanted to alliance with through Indigo and through AVA, and they want to have a shop and shop in all the AVA stores, where they would like to have Hamleys shop and shop there in all the cross stores, because they see AVA from a distance that why we do not do an alliance with this. They get a eyeball of 500,000 airline passengers per day through this exclusive catalog. They get traction. They are already consummation is happening on the toys front. So for any brand, the alliances is great, and that's what we are looking at. Realistically speaking, a lot of brands to coming on board through Indigo. They are very gongo about this alliance. They are in touch with Amazon, on our side. So when we say Ava, we are partners with Indigo. So we have a great name with us. So Indigo is speaking to the head of the department of Amazon, and they are trying to rope in some Cloudtail merchandise to be sold through our platform, where they also believe that airline passenger is the right target audience for that merchandise curated products, and the fulfillment is happening from the AVA. And I also mentioned in this webinar that we intend to optimize our airport costs and to reach to that local city. If we are there at Nagpur, we would not like to restrict our sales only for the airline passenger landing at Nagpur. We would also like to milk for the whole city to the Nagpur from the same infrastructure which we have created in Nagpur. The same franchisee will be also taking care of e-commerce and the customer base which is already there in Nagpur. So all that optimization we are going to do, and we are going to make a hyper local scenario for that city, making it our local.
Absolutely. And I think it makes a lot of synergy for a lot of brands to then start collaborating with you. It can be done on the gifting side, it can be done on the utility side, and it can also be done on essential needs. Essential needs can be, say, reading glasses. You got into a flight and you don't have a reading glass. You can be partner with Lenskart, order there because your entire thing, and it can be picked up from the AVA center. So things of that nature. A lot of people actually get into flight and they need some aids, they need some entire things. So it can be a very interesting opportunity which can come through. Another very big point.
One more point, Gaurav. I'm sorry to interject you here. This also opens up a stream for a brand like Acer, from a Dell. Like I recall while I'm talking to you now, that 4 months back we did a promotion. Rather, Dell did a promotion with us, means through Indigo and through AVA, where they said that this is an exclusive laptop only for Indigo flyers. And this was not available for SpiceJet, by the way. This was only for Indigo flyer, that they are going to see this product through Hello 60 magazine, and they are going to get straight 20% discount, no question asked. Just share your boarding pass with AVA and take your laptop. Gaurav, you'll be surprised to know the numbers. We did 700 laptops in 1 month.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal. I think you are getting a captive audience who sits there 1.5 hours or 1 hour and just read their entire thing. Your reach is very captive. It's not even captive with any other platform. People are moving. Even if you put a television, then you're moving from one channel to another channel. They're not captive. In your case, you have held them, and that's a power of travel retail. It's a business which gives you the best per square feet efficiency in any other retail comparative. And that's why the most expensive products and the most high margin products are actually sold in these places, and that's why real estate players charge the maximum. And I think I should compliment you that you are able to put all these airlines in one bucket, and they all now trust you, and you've actually done and delivered goods. Now, even if anybody wants to start a program, any new airline or any other travel initiative happens, they would first call you because you already established as a brand. So
yeah, I mean, look at OnePlus. We are a very small fry when we talk about to Amazon. We cannot compare ourselves to Amazon, but let me be very candid about that. We in our own niche is greater than Amazon when it comes to airport retail. I mean, our numbers are higher than WH Smith, Relay, or Hamleys. We put shame to all these big brands when it comes to AVA and the footfalls. And so brands actually realize that not only the traction they are going to get from this alliance, but also the eyeballs which they are going to, being seen by Indigo flyers or SpiceJet flyers for that matter. So I think it's a great eyeball.
It is a great opportunity. And I think another interesting point which would open up with the new franchise program which Amit is doing, because Amit is focused on travel and travel retail, which means limited to the airport. But as you become a partner, say in Nagpur, then you can do a lot of merchandising, corporate gifting. Corporate gifting is a very big, in the same category. The category itself is actually duplicable to corporate gifting. So you can do a corporate gifting also. You can do a lot of other initiatives in that city. A lot of these smaller exhibitions happen where people want these impulsive products, and you can also do that. As a franchise partner, you not only have a retail initiative at the airport, but you also using the same merchandising to do corporate gifting and other parts of it. So collectively, it can become a very, very interesting, very large volume business. So over to you, Sonia, for your comments on the opportunity. And also there are a lot of cities people are writing. If you can just check with Amit if he's open for that.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much, Amit. And just to start off with, I would say, I'll take some questions from the audience too. But, airport to airline travel retail business, it is important to expand your omni-channel, and which you have done. And equally, it is important customer integration, because here we're talking about hyperlocal, we're talking about airport, airline. So capturing customer data at the time of booking, engaging with them before they depart to the airport, and offering them multiple touch points, these become very important. So I wanted to understand, how does Ava do that, at this point in time, and is that integrated across all your outlets, which is customer data point and engagement with them before they depart?
So before someone books a ticket through Make My Trip or directly through Indigo or SpiceJet, there are mailers which are being sent. Obviously, the airlines do not share that data with us. I mean, that's for sure. But we spend money on marketing through our alliances with them. Every time when you are booking through Indigo or SpiceJet, you get a mailers on some quirky products, some teasers, on deals. So that's our first leg of the journey. And when someone is typically on board, after that hustle, and then, finally, and these days with COVID, people are taking extra precautions. By the time they are on their hot seat, when it comes to, airplane seat, that is the time they get relaxed, they take a breathe, and then the plane takes off. And then we come to them again with the marketing I was just emphasizing on while I was, addressing the webinar. So there we strike the chord. And so there is an opportunity there at that point of time. Yeah.
Okay. Now talking about the product mix, because you talked about your own private label, and we also have a lot of branded stuff at all these outlets. How much is that mix for you? How much is private label and how much is the other products? And maybe if you can also give some understanding on the overall margins, and maybe, which are the highest products with the margins, and which are the ones which comparatively would have a lower margin structure, and how much their contribution would be, both, I would say, top line, obviously, but how much would they contribute to the bottom line of the business?
So typically our product portfolio is 30 to 35% of the makeup of the whole catalog, which has been offered through these partner airlines. 65% is the product, as I was mentioning, Portronics, Zebronics, Pebble, Swiss Military, Cross, and other various brands. And one more thing I must emphasize upon, that the investor, the franchisee, the business partner who comes on board, so with certain products there is an SOR business, which is stocks on returnable basis, which is very important point. I think Gaurav touched this point also in conversation, but got lost somewhere. So to bring the confidence, we get SOR from most of the companies, and we will pass on this SOR to our partners, coming on board, because end of the day, we want them to make money through selling. We don't want them to have inventories, dead inventories end of the year or on the quarter. So more than 30-35% of the inventory will be called back. So that's a number we are going to mention in the watertight agreement. Now, coming back to the alliances, as Gaurav also pinpointed on the opportunity at the local level, be that be the hyperlocal or be that be for the corporate sales, I think there's a great natural synergies. When we talk about corporate gifts, I mean, the brands, the companies, what are they looking for? They are looking at a product which has a higher perceived value, good brand, seen by millions of people, and a lower cost to the company. So it should cost less to them, but whereas it should be the higher perceived value. I mean, you could never think that if I will gift you a Rohit Bal perfume made in Switzerland for 1,500 rupees, believe you me, Somya, you're gonna say, I mean, this is a worth of more than 4,000 to 5,000 rupees. And there, you strike the chord. So I think it's a great opportunity for our partners to come, join hands with us, come in our family. And there's a proven records here. There's nothing we have to. We are not telling them to look for a shop in phase one, in High Street or a mall. It's already successfully run business. The footfalls have been promised day one. I mean, we just need, and as I mentioned to you, numbers are no brainers. Getting business is no brainer with us. Managing is the key.
Okay, now between airlines and the airport, which of the two would give you a higher revenue, share, and how much would that be?
Can you repeat your question, please?
From, as far as the revenue is concerned, so we have airports where people make a purchase, and we have airlines. So between these two, which contribute, and how much percentage would these two contribute to the
No, but
overall
they are
revenue?
interlinked. If someone is flying from airport, he's obviously flying from an airline. And when he's flying from 75% of our partner airline, which is SpiceJet and Indigo, so we typically do more business with SpiceJet, Indigo, because Indigo is a big animal, in the room. I mean, they are, this elephant as compared to, because 1,500 flights has been run by Indigo, vis-a-vis only 700 flights have been run, 650 flights have been run by SpiceJet. So obviously we get more business from, elephant, which is Indigo in this case, and then less business from SpiceJet, and then less business from Vistara, because that is only 80 flights today, So that's how the pyramid works.
Sure.
And
sure. Sorry, go ahead.
and I were you also talking about typically airport staff? Were you talking about
I was
integrating
trying
airport
to
staff?
understand, which is the point where maybe a customer decides to make a purchase. He can decide in the airline, maybe purchase. So between these two, which is the higher, grosser in terms of revenue contribution? So which is that point where a customer decides and makes a decision to make the purchase?
Airline. As he or she is more at captive than in there, nothing to do. So there, when we are, marketing our material to them, that is the time, we strike the deal.
But I'll take some locations, because I see a lot of our viewers who are from these cities, and they're keen to look at maybe locations like Raipur. Is there an opportunity there? Is asked
Raipur, already we have store there. Beautiful store just at the arrival when you land.
Hyderabad, Vijayawada.
Hyderabad, yes, already we have. Vijayawada, we are coming up. We have already won the tender for 3 years.
Okay. So Vizag
And Vijayawada, there is no other shop than Ava, by the way.
Okay. Then we also have Dhruv Pathak from Ranchi. He's keen for Ranchi. I have Mr. Matthew from Trichy. He's keen to take up the location at Trichy. And there's some more locations also like Siliguri, which are being asked, Bangalore, and there are many other cities. So would you want to maybe give a broader understanding, Amit? One, typically, what is the investment? Because all these stores are operating and there are various sizes and formats these stores would run. So I'm assuming the investment would be different. And can you give maybe a broad spectrum of the investment and also on the franchise fees? Because I don't know if the franchise fees is similar across all these formats, and how much typically is the investment one would need to make?
Correct. So the investments, what are these investments all about, first of all? So investments are, as I mentioned, some of the shops which are being already run, so that we can pass on to the investor, like Raipur typically, Bangalore typically, Hyderabad typically. Some of the airports like Vijayawada and Ranchi. Ranchi, we used to be there. We have just got expired our tender, which we have already won the tender now. And through COVID, normally the tenders are back to back. So this is never a stop gap arrangement. But because of COVID, the airport authority could not, come out with the tender as far as Ranchi is concerned. But then, yes, Ranchi, we are again coming up for next 3 years. And again, we have exclusive shop in Ranchi, and we used to do 55,000 revenue in Ranchi, day one. So anyway, so investments breakups are franchisee fees. If the shop has already been built, so obviously, if company has invested, let's say 7 lakh rupees, we are not going to ask 7 lakh rupees, because we have to do a back-to-back calculation and maybe do a haircut of 50%, if the structure is 3-year-old or a 5-year-old typically. So that we are going to do. Third thing is the investments on the stocks. So typically the investments on the stocks are for 45 days from the projected sales number, which company and the franchisee is going to ink the deal, because we know what is the number we are being clocking in Varanasi, what is the number we are going to do day one. We have that maths with us. So typically we have done this 45 days working of a working capital in terms of stock. So typically from it, so to answer your question broadly, not in Ranchi particularly. So the investments would lie from 15 lakhs to 25 lakhs. So that's the model is going to vary in terms of investments. But yes, cost of the shop, cost for the inventory, which is 45 days only, and then is going to auto replenish. Out of this, 35% is anyways on the SOR basis. So nothing is, so your money is 100% safe here.
Okay, so you're de-risking because most of the stock which is kept by the franchisees SOR, he can return whatever is unsold.
Absolutely, absolutely. As I mentioned to you, 35% of the bouquet would be yes.
Sure. And what happens on the operating expenses? Typically, how much of revenue goes to the airport? How much revenue goes to the airlines? And how is that calculated, one? And second, if you can also maybe advise on the lease terms, renewal terms, who takes care of that? And with whom are they signing the agreement? Because you've signed, so are they sub-franchise, sub-licensed to the partners? Are there tripart agreements that we get into? How is that done?
So as far as compliance is concerned, these tenders are being won by AVA. And as these tenders are won by us, so we will pass this to the local franchisee. We will introduce that franchisee with the airport of that particular city. Let's say that airport is Ranchi, for an example, or Vijayawada for that matter. So we will write to airport director of that particular state and that particular airport that, look, we have won this tender, and we are going to bring this local franchisee for a better handhold, he's a local person, and we believe it's an optimization to our resources. And since it will be local managed, it will be well managed and most hygiene and properly attended, and someone is going to take care of the local passengers there. So that's a typical broader of look about the communication, and then it goes to the headquarters. Typically within 1 month or 2 months we get the approval. Once we get the approval, the background checks happen of the franchisee. The background has to be police verification takes place, IB takes place, because this is an airport here, this is not a high street, so even IB gets involved, by the way. So it's a process of onboard. So signing the franchisee to onboard is typically 3 months time through this compliance. So to answer your question, yes, the shop will be on AVA. The rental will be paid from AVA to Airport Authority, but there will be 100% transparency that this is the rent we are going to pay, 100% transparency, and we are not going to do 1 rupee markup or markdown from that rentals. That we are going to pass to the investor. We are going to monthly bill them, and they are going to monthly reimburse us. So that's one of the answer of your question.
And the other was on the operating expenses. If you can also reflect upon typical operating expenses in the business.
Yeah, you also mentioned airline revenue. What is a typical revenue for an airline? So typically the margins, the overall margin would vary from 48 to 52% markdown, first of all, broadly speaking. Second thing, now airlines going to take 20% straight cut, of every transaction. And this 20%, what does this what is the cost of this 20%? So we are burning catalog. So there is this cost of 20%, this catalog is taken care of. Then the royalties which goes to an airlines in terms of minimum guarantees and the revenue share per passenger, because as I mentioned to you in this webinar, any transaction which takes place, the most important thing is while consummation is taking place, transaction is taking place, they have to produce the boarding pass, and we have to scan the boarding pass. The minute we scan the boarding pass, the real-time information goes to their server and the calculation. So typically, yes, 20% is the size of the revenue share, which is going to be paid to these airlines, and 5 to 4% is the rental, for that particular airports.
Okay. And how about training, because training also forms an important part, and training, I would say, both of the staff at the airport and also the crew. So is there any training done for the crew to explain these products? So that's not.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. I mean, crew training we used to do when we started this onboard physical. So crew has no role now other than distribution of catalog. And we have our dedicated audit team. We do blind audits for flights, as well as we do blind audit for our outlets also. So nothing to be paid to the cabin crew, but training in terms of merchandise. Every month we replenish our catalog. That was also one of your question, that how often we make the catalog. So the catalogs are typically 1 month, but they're in planned quarterly basis. And what all needs to be there, what all needs to be removed, It obviously depends on the statistics, on the numbers, on the sales, what we are clocking. So maybe sometime we believe that product may do good, but some of the predictions go wrong as well. So that obviously we take it out in the next cycle of the printing, and the merchandise which is on board typically, it's a proven track record. The merchandise which is typically run, and these catalogs are on monthly basis. So they've been produced on monthly basis, but planned quarterly basis.
Okay. So I'll take one question. It is being asked from multiple prospects, because you talked about AVA going to the cities and hyper local. So is there also an option of a franchise model for an exclusive store within the city and not at the airport?
We are open. We are open to discuss that as well.
Okay.
But
And
ideally speaking, Soumya, we are not in rush. To us, more than money, we are looking at a partner. More than money, we're looking at a owner with us. Because we know business is not a challenge. We know getting number is not a challenge. What is a challenge for us also? Why we're looking at franchises? Because this is a challenge that we are facing. A mindset of an employee of 25,000 rupees managing the whole store. He does not have that IQ. So whatever trainings you do from a distance learning, there's always a gap there, and since his money is not on stake, they don't care, So the stocks are poorly managed. VM has not been there. Even if we tell them on webinars that you are, maintain this VM guidelines. So it's a lot of energy has been spent there, which would take care if someone is investing money and serious about the business.
okay.
So to answer your question, we are looking at this. We are open for it. High street also. But typically and ideally speaking, we are looking at someone to start a relationship with from an airport, and then we can go, including hyperlocal through e-commerce, and then we can go for a store dedicated.
Okay. Now I'll also take maybe one last question. It is from Mr. Arnab Majumdar. He would like to understand if the franchisee can also run any schemes on his part to boost the sales in local festival seasons. So maybe just to add on it, all the schemes and deals that you put, they're all centralized, or you decentralize them?
No, we decentralize. There are certain occasions being North Indian, we do not even know, like Pongal is being typically celebrated there. Ugadi has been celebrated somewhere else. So Patna airport will have a different sentiments altogether when it comes to Chhat Puja, So obviously this has to be a locally stitched deals and marketing. So we will welcome this, through our marketing team will be dedicated, taking care of the calendars of local calendars. They will be in touch with the minimum for a quarter plan with these local franchises on quarterly basis. They will stitch the deal. They will brainstorm the deal, and then we'll make a local deal. And as I mentioned, these are owners. We are welcoming investors. We are welcoming owners to our family. So we will respect their point on this.
Okay. Thank you so much, Amit. I think we've tried and covered a lot of questions, but I also feel a lot of locations that our franchises are looking to open, we need to have a customized proposal based on the location they come from, the sales these outlets are doing. And I see a lot of them asking, and if we could perhaps do a thing where we fix up a time with you in the coming week, understand which locations, and there are two locations we're talking about. One are existing locations where we have an opportunity to transfer these stores, and the other is the new location where you have already taken approval as far as your tenders are concerned, and these are also open. So friends, I would request when you send your applications or requests to us, do mention the city or cities. So can a franchisee also take multiple locations, say in a state like Gujarat, if there are multiple airports, do you think he can have an option of doing that? Because it would need his presence.
That is more important to us. I mean, we've been also managing successfully, but then we know the opportunity is much higher. The bar set currently is lower because, and we are not been able to crack it because we are being, end of the day, we are managing it from, Delhi or NCR. But someone who's at Calicut and belongs to Calicut and typically going to the Calicut store on day-to-day basis will have a definitely more impact than someone employees been managing. So to start this, we are looking at someone, who will be hands-on to the business. This is very critical for us.
All right. So do you want to suggest a date sometime in the coming week where we can bring these prospective investors on a call with you?
I'm good. Yeah, we can set the calendars accordingly, mutually, no problem.
Okay, and think this should be sometime in the first week of January, because we'll take
Yeah.
the next 3 to 4 days time for us to filter the interest, and we'll reach out to all the audience which is present today at the webinar, and maybe 6th or 7th of January, if that's convenient to you. This would be about Wednesday. If that is okay, Amit, we can block one of these 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah. 6th, 7th. 7th is Thursday. Let's do 7th.
Okay, great. So we have 7th where we'll try and fix your 101 discussion either on a Zoom or a call with Mr. Amit Chopra. And anybody in Delhi who even wishes to visit can do that in the city.
Most welcome.
We'll take up on a Zoom or a telephonic discussion. Do send your information with respect to the city and the airports that you're keen to look at, and a little bit about yourself, and that will help us in making these calls more productive. Thank you, Amit. And before we close, we'll request you for maybe a last message or a final word from you to the audience who is here at the webinar and also listening live.
So all I can say, it's a great opportunity. Not I'm saying because we are here for this. Everyone would say this, but we are looking at true partners. We are looking at true entrepreneurs. We are looking at true, family member of AVA to join, with the zeal. The only thing we need is more than your money is your attention, your time. Frankly speaking, I mean, money is second priority. The first and most priority for us, and the recipe of success here is your hands-on. That will only come when you are going to invest time. So if you have time, you're most welcome. And if you do not have time, maybe you can pass on to someone. I'll be very frank about it.
Yeah.
So time is very important. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a great opportunity, and I think a lot of effort has been done by Amit to build this phenomenal enterprise. And I feel that he not only solved his problem to buy a gift for his wife, now he can actually buy it. Anybody can buy a gift if you forget from any airport. But also, I think he's done his niche, and business has come down to economies of scale. That is not only the market leader, and he will continue to be the market leader as the business would evolve. So it's your chance to really be part of this success story. And if you want to apply for the franchise, please reach out to our business hotline number. We'll qualify. There is a qualifying document you need to do. Reach out to also our independent franchise consultants. They are available in over 70 cities. They're very experienced people, so they would be able to guide you through in terms of what business is right for you. And once you are qualified, and then we will pass your information to Amit and team. And if they also approve that, then we can get on to the contracts and so forth. So over to you, Sonia.
Okay. Thank you so much, Amit, and thank you all our viewers for being with us today. Ashna, can I request you take it up from here, please?
So congratulations, Amit, for the wonderful work you are doing. Our best wishes with you. We would like to thank you for sparing time today for this presentation along with your team. We would like to thank Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am, all the dear participants who have joined us today. We really want to thank you. Please do reach out to us with your suggestions, feedback, queries at the business hotline number, which is 97176-83838. You can also get in touch, connect with us at our different social handles, information on your screen. That's the information on your screen. And since it's Sunday and Sunday, we always try to bring maximum business opportunity for you. And we invite each one of you to attend our South India Franchise Show, which will start sharp at 3 p.m., where we will represent top 10 popular franchise opportunity for you. So please do registration at the same business hotline number. Join us sharp 3 p.m. And tomorrow we invite you under business opportunity over webinar series 12 p.m. webinar for Man Bhavan Thali, a premium Thali brand. And you can join us again by doing registration at the same business hotline number. So please do join us for South India show as well as business opportunity with Chai webinar series tomorrow. Thank you so much once again for joining in today. Have a great day ahead. Take care. Be happy.
Thank you everyone for your time. Thank you and wish you all the best and Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Happy New Year, Amit. Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thanks, Amit.
Bye-bye.